Hello, my lovelies. Did you know that there is a patron demon of scribes? Before we had the privilege of our computers or the convenience of the printing press, books were tediously handwritten by those fortunate enough to be literate. You see, bookmaking was, and very much still is, a very tactile and time-consuming process, and as a result, they were very expensive to produce. If you had amassed a lot of wealth, you could then purchase the finest vellum, which was calfskin that had been cleaned and soaked in lime and stretched until it became paper thin. The piece that I have here is closer to its original color, but more expensive parchments could be dyed in an array of colors. The parchment would then be folded and made into leaves, and they'd be stitched and glued into the book bindings. These projects would be commissioned out to scriptoriums, which were studios where monks and apprentices would begin transcribing the text. If their pockets and coffers were lined with gold, they would also embellish these manuscripts, and that's where we get illuminated manuscripts, where they're actually gilded with fine metals like gold and silver and copper. However, despite being well paid, or in some cases not so well paid, there would still be mistakes that were made in the transcriptions. Imagine sending a very important text to someone when autocorrect rears its inevitable ugly head. This time, your embarrassing typo is now immortalized on animal skin, chemically burned from iron gall ink. In comes Titivilus, the patron demon of scribes. Titivilus was said to be the demon under Lucifer and Belphegor, the demon of discovery. It is said that Titivilus would take note of every mistake you made in your transcriptions, and these mistakes would then be used as evidence against you in hell during your tribunal in the afterlife. Titivilus, of course, did not steer monks away from drawing doodles of dicks in the margins. No, really. Look at these. They put my doodles to shame. Titivilus is sort of an enigma. Not much is known about him or his character. He was created out of necessity by the church to teach its followers how to avoid sin. The looming figure that was Titivilus would hover around in churches and make note of idle chatter during the sermons, or things that were misspoken during sermons, and this was also used as evidence against you in hell. This idea was, of course, later adapted to be used for scribes, and thus becoming the patron demon of scribes. So the next time you're on your computer, just think of poor Titivilus scrolling through the YouTube comments, making note of all of our typos. I really hope that he, she, it is a patient demon, because he's going to be there for a while. And that is all that I have for you, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this educational video. I really like making these, and you guys seem to really like them. In fact, the last Curiosities video is the most popular video on my channel right now, which is pretty cool. I like that. I enjoy making these, so I'm really glad that there's an audience that actually wants to look at my stupid face talk about weird historical things. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like this video and maybe even subscribe to my channel. I have some links down in the doobly-doo. Anyway, I love you guys. Mwah! Do you think there's a patron demon of YouTube that writes down all the times you screw up while vlogging?